For the little baby, the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to the sports talk.
What would it mean to you to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Oh, man. It's very humbling to be considered, be recognized for something that I truly played just because I enjoyed playing the sport. Mm-hmm. I've always been really indifferent towards receiving any sort of recognition outside of these sort of things, whether it be Pro Bowls or Player of the Week, the years and all that, given that it's such a beautiful team sport that we play. But I could also, in the same breath say, man, there's a lot more players on the defense that were definitely more valuable or just as valuable as I was, and that kind of, led this new Steel Curtain 2, through the period of time that I was there at the Steelers.
Right.
Also, I can also, think of a handful of other players in the league, had they had the teammates that I had they had the coach that I had.
Man, that's still a team that won that Super Bowl. That defense was arguably one of the best defenses of that era before he retired. He was one of the top safeties before he was done with Pittsburgh. He helped Pittsburgh get a championship again against Arizona. They had Harris took 100 yard to the end zone. Like they had it. They had that team right there. Like he should be a Hall of Famer because he was one of their best safeties all the time right there. Like he was just dominant. Like it's like their defense couldn't be stopped. They was like a Legion of Boom before Seattle. Cause the team they had, they had a good defensive line, a good backfield. Like it's just like good secondary. It was just so much on that team to put a championship together, and they did.
Probably could have been more successful. So I'm very real in kind of how I view these sort of things, but I can also say that I also am indifferent towards really putting validity on these sort of awards as well.
Right. Troy Polamalu, answer me this. The Steelers right now, there is no Big Bill Roethlisberger. Le'Veon Bell is now a New York Jet. Antonio Brown is out of the league for the time being. Juju Smith-Schuster's been injured. James Conner has been injured. You got a fourth string quarterback, and Devlin Dodge is leading the way. With backups everywhere, and Mike Tomlin is still 7-5, and if the players were to begin today, the Steelers would be in it, having won 6 of their last 7 after a 1-4 start. How the hell has he done it? And what is it about Mike Tomlin that people simply do not appreciate enough of?
That's coaching right there. You lose your Hall of Fame quarterback. You lose your first wide receiver. Your no one option. And you still put a team together to win and be in this playoff hunt. Actually, in the playoffs. Y'all in the wild card. That's coaching right there. That's called you actually are coaching. Not looking at it as like I have a good player that made me look like I'm a good coach. You actually is coaching right there. Mason Rudolph struggled. You went to Duck Hodges. Turned him to a good player and he leading his team to the wild card. Like that's coaching right there. He coaching them up. He know he lost some players. He lost Juju. He lost Ben Roethlisberger. He lost Le'Veon Bell. He lost Antonio Brown. But he's still coaching to be able to help this team still make the playoffs. It's all up to them to keep that spot. Like that's coaching right there. That's why he still have his job, because the coaching style that he's doing. He know he lost some good players, but he know he still have to coach, and that's what he's doing.
So I think that culture really means a lot, especially to the Pittsburgh Steelers locker room. I know other organizations have won with different with a different chemistry. But the Steelers definitely have had a players first mentality. Have definitely had the locker room, a huge presence within the organization. So I would definitely say internally, first of all, with the team captains and team leaders being able to make sure that everybody's on the same page is really a big part of that. Obviously, the coaches and what they're able to do without the starters that they had before is really huge, which comes also from the scouting department and those sort of things. But we always kind of said internally inside the locker room was, if you just give us a shot at the playoffs. And I think that's what this Steelers team really still believes, is that if you just get us to that locker room, we're going to be really dangerous and make this run. And they've shown all the characteristics of that with obviously losing your starting quarterback, receiver, running back, backups and whatnot. Also, I would have to put an onus on a really great play from the defense.
Yeah.
And keeping them active. The safety.
That's what he's doing. He's leaning on his defense. Yeah, Duck Hodges playing good, but that defense is what keeping his team afloat. That's always been the Steelers' way, is having a good defense. And that's why they're in the position right now, because their defense picked it up.
Position. I think Fitzpatrick has been awesome. Those turnovers are priceless.
He's something special.
Especially when you're going to do. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're winning these games by very little. Those things are real big point swingers.
Right.
So I would attribute to all those different factors. Great leadership in the locker room. Obviously, the team and Coach Tomlin able to keep the team together, and great play from the back end as well.
Troy, I got a couple of questions before I let you get out of here. Troy Polamalu.
That was a good addition right there. Minkah Fitzpatrick made a difference on that defense. They said they needed that help in that secondary. They said they needed a safety, and that was a good trade to be able to get Minkah in a Steelers jersey. It helped that secondary out. It made everything easy on the cornerbacks to be able to handle their job, because they know they have a good back end. They don't have to worry about nothing getting over them, because they know he's right there, the help. He just right there when they need it. Like, he a good safety, good young safety. And that's what they needed all season. Once they got him, everything started turning around on that defense. Once he came into Heinz Field, it changed everything for that defense. Because the impact he's having on that team, and it's rubbing off on everyone on that team.
All-world safety for the Pittsburgh Steelers from like 2003 to 2014, on the ballot to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, the 2020 class Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame class, right here with Stephen A. on ESPN Radio, ESPN News. You've watched a team within the Steelers division, within the AFC North of the Baltimore Ravens, running roughshod over most of the competition for the vast majority of the season. You've watched this kid, Lamar Jackson, who in a lot of people's eyes is the leading candidate for league MVP honors. What has it been like watching him, and how would you have defended against this guy? I mean, because I don't know if I've seen anything quite like him. Talk to us about that for a quick second.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen anything like him. But it also seems that on a week-in, week-out basis, there's a lot of quarterbacks that really are true dual threats. They can throw the ball, they can run the ball. And also, I think when you have that sort of dual threat and you're having all these sort of fly motions, and, it recreates a lot of one-on-one matchups. And when you have so much talent on the offensive end, whether it's receivers, back when, not too far back, but when I was playing, a lot of the times you'd say, oh man, I could load the box, let our corners, win their one-on-one matchups on the outside. Or you can say, for a quarterback that's truly a pocket passing quarterback, it's, man, let's just make him move his feet, We can drop as many as possible as long as, we have them moving in a bad direction and throwing off balance. But now you have quarterbacks that really can do it all, as well as, surrounded by specialists that are just as talented as.
Everyone said we're going to be another Vic. This is exactly what you're seeing. It's another Vic that everyone is thinking he couldn't do anything else. They told this man that he had to switch positions in order to be successful in this league. He proved them wrong. Last year, he had the Ravens in the playoff. This year, MVP candidate. Now everyone said he could be a quarterback in this league. At first they told him he had to switch his position to wide receiver. He proved them wrong and said, no, I could be a quarterback in this league. All his coach did is put a system around him that fit everything he wanted to do. And that's what he did. And that's why he's successful right now. Because a coach that believed in him, a coach that put a system around him to be able to help this team succeed and help him succeed in this league. And once this is like another Vic 2.0. You think it's gonna be another Lamar Jackson? It might not be. You only get this talent one in a generation. The way he changed this league, everyone trying to duplicate what the Ravens are doing.
Well, I don't know what I could have done, to be honest with you. I definitely would have wanted to be, in the action and wanted to get my hands on a quarterback like Lamar, but nobody's been able to do it. One thing I do understand about this league is that when you have somebody who makes waves, like Lamar or any of these really talented quarterbacks like Patrick, is that these defensive coaches won't take long to figure it out.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights